Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking back in, man. Back with a blog, man. Make sure that like button, that subscribe button your way, and I appreciate all the support, man. What's goody? We got the Black Ice event, man. I'm on the road. I'm about to chill right now. They'll get a little room or whatever, but I'm actually in Tucson, Arizona right now. It's about 11 o'clock at night, so I figured I might as well shoot this blog, because by the time I get up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, y'all will be 3 hours earlier on the East Coast time. So let me shoot this blog now. But so I'm always working, man. I'm always working at the end of the day. But we had an event, man. Black Ice Cartel had an event. It was a pretty good event. I can't front. It was definitely pretty good. Most of the battles were pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? I caught the Mike P versus BankHead. That was a good battle, man. I realized Mike P is one of my favorite battlers. I gotta say that. Mike P is definitely one of my favorite battlers. I like the passion. I like the heart. I like the conviction. I like that he take battles serious and all that. So I fuck with Mike P heavy. With that being said, I do not have him winning this battle. Man, I don't know. BankHead was on one, man. First watch, I think I got BankHead 2-1. I gotta keep it real with you. BankHead was actually kind of snapping in this battle a little bit, man. I think he won the first. He could have won the third, possibly. Mike P had a good third round. BankHead was good every round, bro. Every round he was good. He was good in the first. You know what I'm saying? Mike P had a pretty solid first. BankHead definitely won the first round, in my opinion. The second round, he had nice little P flips and all kind of stuff like that, and just different bars. I feel like he was catering to that Milwaukee crowd. You know, they book him a lot over there at Black Ice. They done gave him a lot of plates, man. He about Tay-Rock, Charlie Clips, Mike P. Like, they just, like, he was on RB a little bit. So he's definitely had his share of, like, he's built a pretty good resume over there on Black Ice. But he had a really, really good battle versus Mike P. And Mike P had a really, really good battle. That's actually a good battle between both of them. But I think a lot of times I'm very critical of BankHead. I don't really think, like, he's really matched the kind of opponents that he had. But he was actually really good tonight. I gotta give him his credit. He was really good tonight. He's not the kind of battler that I like as far as a style. Like, he's kind of raspy, he yells a lot or whatever. I don't know. It's like his style isn't really one that I prefer, but I'm not no hater, bro. I'm the mayor of fair. I gotta keep it real. I feel like whether I like your style or not, I still can appreciate your bars, and I still feel like BankHead on first watch, I kind of felt like he might have edged Mike P. And that's no slouch to Mike P, because like I said, Mike P was really, really good. Who else do we got? What other battles did I see? I saw Hollow the Don and A-Ward. I saw that battle. That's a really, really good battle as well. I got to take some accountability, man, because, I did a blog earlier this morning, which by the time y'all see this blog, it'll be yesterday morning. But and I was saying that Hollow the Don was not the old Hollow the Don. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he probably faded a little bit, and I felt like he had a lot to prove in this battle, because I got him losing the Av. I did a poll on whether or not people felt like he lost the Av earlier today, and it was close. You know what I'm saying? It was probably like maybe 62-38, 60-40. Yeah, it was close, but people were having Av win the battle. So I do feel like Av kind of edged the battle, even though I wasn't crazy about Av's performance, but I got to give him credit. I don't think Av has lost a battle this year. So I was saying that, I feel like Hollow kind of got to like show and prove. It's like a mirror match. Him and A-Ward are very similar in their styles and stuff like that. They can do a lot of stuff with the freestyle. So I feel like he's kind of battling someone that can kind of do what he does. And A-Ward fucked around and got a good hollow, bro. I gotta keep it real with you. He fucked around and got one of them ill will hollows. He got a really, really good hollow. I feel like that. To me, hollow now is more of a small room battler. I know he can rock a stage and stuff like that. We've seen him on main stages and stuff with Charlie Clips and Geechee Gotti and stuff like that. But his raspy voice, his projection, his yelling, the way he is, I feel like he is so much better in a smaller setting. You put him in a cage like this, he was really, really good, man. And I got him winning a battle 2-1. I gave him rounds, what round? Rounds 1 and I think rounds 3. Rounds 1 and 3 or something like that. A-Ward was good. You can't take nothing away from A-Ward. He does what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have the bars. He's going to have the freestyles. I just feel like he talked about some stuff with Hollow I felt like was maybe some overused angles. He talked about, he had a nice little bar about Mav. He didn't really OD on that, but he talked about the drug stuff. You know what I'm saying? He talked about that kind of a lot, in my opinion, or at least multiple rounds. He talked about that. You know, you drugged out, you on lean, you on coke, you on this, you on that. And even if he had some good material around it, it was like we hear that so much. He also talked about how Hollow has fell off. You know what I'm saying? How he's like a legend in the game, but he fell off. Hollow kind of rebutted that pretty well. Like, if I keep falling off, how do I keep landing up on all these cards? The way he set that up was pretty dope. But if you got a close battle, let me say this about Hollow. When Hollow is on his shit, he was on his shit in this battle. If it's a close battle, he's gonna win. He just does so much more than other people. It's storytelling, it's cadences, it's like, you know, oompa loompa, doop 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 doop. Like, he can rhyme different shit that other people might think is just filler, but he can kind of make it interesting, like he was doing in the third round. And I feel like in a close battle, he is going to be more entertaining than you. You kind of just got to beat Hollow. You just got to go in there, you got to battle him, and you just got to beat him. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen people do that with Hollow, but that's kind of like how it's going to have to be. If it's a close battle and you're picking between, this is a close round, 9 times out of 10, Hollow is going to come up with enough stuff. He knows how to cater to the crowd. He has a bar about Pat Stayed, and he takes off his jacket, and he has a Pat Stay Forever jersey on. And it's like he just knows. You go back to the Arsenal battle where he's like, pulls out the little Nike starter jacket from the first battle. He has every trick in the trade every trick in the bag when he really wants to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows how to cater to certain crowds. He knows how to set certain stuff up. And even though I don't feel like he brings it every battle, like I said, I hadn't liked a few of Hollow's battles. When he puts it all together, he's kind of hard to beat. I gotta keep it real with you. I might play a little bit of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we on grid right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, no bootlegs, man. No bootlegs, man.
Now, this is the part of the round that switch. And I get personal. I talk about some shit. I want to play a game. It's called Raise Your Hand. It's kind of like Swear to God. Now, check. You can raise your hand at any time if I'm not correct. You remember that day, King of the Dot event, way out in the Bay? We was in a hotel. We seen a dreadhead run out at a fast pace. Woo! Cops pull up. We like, it's about to be a bad chase. They hop out. They say, which way did he go? Me and King of the Dot, staff blank. Swear to God, what your ass say? He said that way. A said that way. Like he from the A, that way. Everybody say that way, that way. Hey, that's lame. It's the reason you're not looked at that way. You'll never be respected like a Big K. You'll never be looked at like a Pat Stay. You're not a rhyme popper. You're a dime dropper. You're not a nine cocker. You're a crime stopper. I said his team will take an L in the ninth inning. Before the cops bring him to jail, he'll sing through the cell like Life Jennings. Must be nice. I said before the cops bring him to jail, he'll sing through the cell like Life Jennings. Must be nice. White privilege. Well,
Yeah. Hopefully that video won't get blocked. You know what I'm saying? This is what I be doing for y'all, man. I be playing stuff for y'all. I ain't even supposed to be playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, as you can see during that clip I just showed you, I think that was the first round. But during the clip I just showed you, he was basically saying that him and A-Ward was at a King of the Dot event. Something happened. The cops came and asked what was going on. Everybody was quiet except A-Ward was like, yo, he went that way. So basically painting A-Ward as like a little snitch. Now, A-Ward is a civilian, so there's nothing wrong with A-Ward being a snitch, because that's what niggas do. Civilians be snitching. That's why they civilians, and that's why other niggas are street niggas. But normally, an angle like that would not hit at all. It'd just be like, oh well, of course A Ward told or called the cops or said this because this is what A Ward does. You know what I'm saying? He's a Christian. He's a God-fearing man. He is a civilian. You see the way Hollow sets it up? He makes it funny, does a little different stuff. He can get away with that shit that other people can't. Somebody else would be like, oh, that's like, it's cool, it's cool. He has a way of just making it interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's not crazy, super lyrical, it's not that. But you'll watch his round and you'll be entertained by it. You'll be smiling, you'll be laughing. He went that way, must be nice, white privilege. He'll say all the little stuff, take off his thing, got a Pat Stay jersey. He just knows how to cater the crowd when he's on his ish. And I said, if he is like Ill Will, he's going to win the battle. There were freestyles in this battle. Hollows were better. They were better than A-Ward's freestyles. I know my rebuttal game's crazy. A-Ward was rebuttaling. But Hollow was rebuttaling as well at the top of his rounds, and his to me his was better. It's not that A-Ward had a bad battle. It's not that Mike P had a bad battle. These guys don't have bad battles. You just gotta beat them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have bad battles. A-Ward was A-Ward. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like BankHead was on one, so he probably edged the battle in my opinion. And I got Hollow edging the battle as well. You know what I'm saying? I think most people may have him winning. I'm not mad if you got A-Ward winning. You could probably argue he might have won the second and the third round or some shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? I think I would probably get a third to Hollow. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I would look at that. 40 bars and VIIXEN the Assassin. 40 lost clear and she choked. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say, oh, she didn't really choke. She got back into her bars pretty quick. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if that's what you want to say. But anytime you stop your round, look up in the air, and is repeating your last bar, you know, I went to the so-and-so house. I went to the so-and-so house. You're choking. That's what you're doing. You're choking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she got back into it quick. It might have only been like 8 seconds or whatever, 7, 8 seconds. It's still a choke. Somebody in the crowd was like, oh, she's choking. And she was like, I'm not choking. If I was choking, I'll tell you. That's what she said. Like, this is all that I... So she's looking, she's repeating her bars. Somebody said something about choking. She says, I'm not choking. If I was choking, I'll let you know I was choking or some shit like that. So she's talking to someone in the audience. Then she gets back into her material. So it was all of about 8 seconds. It wasn't crazy, but it would be considered a choke. You know what I'm saying? Or a long stumble. So at the end of the day, it killed all her momentum in the second round. If you wrote all her bars down on paper, she's super lyrical in this battle, bro. And she won the first, in my opinion, even though VIIXEN went way over the time in round 1. But I still feel like VIIXEN was really, really good in that first round. VIIXEN was good this whole battle. Like, she was kind of on one. But first round, she went dumb long. It took 40 to be super lyrical to kind of win the round, even though VIIXEN rapped longer than she did. 40 said something to her at the end of the battle, like damn, you still going? She was like, oh, you know, I only got a few more bars, let me get through it. So she was going kind of dumb long in the battle. But I still felt like 40 might have done enough to edge out that first round. 40 was super lyrical in this battle, bro. But when she choked in the second round, so you got to win in the first. Okay, then you move to the second round. VIIXEN's second round was fire. She had a good second round. So 40 comes. 40 is having a pretty good second round as well. And she has that little choke / extended stumble. She has that. It kills all her momentum. It's like hard for her to get the crowd back. Crowd was like really, really into her round. It was hard for her to get the crowd back after that. You know how it is when, like, even though she got back into her bars fairly quick, when people expect you to fuck up and you fuck up, it's so disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we know 40 probably gonna choke. She got all these battles on her plate. And then you're hoping that she doesn't choke. And then when she chokes, it's like, it's a letdown. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what happened. And I don't feel like anybody reacted to anything she said the rest of the round. I felt like it was kind of dull. I felt like she did her typical pace with a pause. You know, she says a bar, kind of paces a little bit as if she's trying to think of the next bar and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't really know why that's her style and that's what she does. I feel like if you write your own material, it should be easier for you to remember if you write your own material. Keyword if. But she does that a lot. That just seems to be her style. So she loses the second round. The third round, VIIXEN kind of has like a fake choke. It kind of ended up being like a little bit of a haymaker. You know what I'm saying? Because she sold it really, really well. And she was in Milwaukee. She had home court advantage. You know, she was working the crowd, stuff like that. 40 had some nice shit, bro. 40 really outbarred her. I gotta keep it real with you. But 40 with them pauses and that choke just lost the battle after that. Like, the crowd wasn't fucking with her, and I felt like the confidence that she rapped with, it just wasn't there. Like she was really on one in round one. Even though VIIXEN went long as hell, she was just like, you know, what's her intro? Like, first round for the da-da, second round for the bars, third round for the personals, like, and then she went into a round, and it was like she was snapping in that first round. Once she choked, I feel like all that confidence shit went out the window, and she didn't deliver that shit like she, with no conviction, like she needed to in order to win the rounds. She was talking about, man, she had nice stuff, man. She was like, you know, what she say? You spell your name with two I. The way you spell your name. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know. She had a bar about the way she spelled her name. You know, VIIXEN got two I's in her name, and she was basically saying you knew she was dumb or whatever, something dumb, and then she was like, but you started on OnlyFans, so we knew you wanted extra eyes on you, like extra eyes in your name and extra eyes on you because you started OnlyFans. She had stuff about like her pussy was dry, all kind of like that shit was fire though. The way she was snapping, bro. But she lost a lot of momentum, conviction, a lot of like aggressiveness, the whole nine. You know, anytime you choke, you kind of want to end your round awkward and early and shit like that. She was on that in the third round. So yeah, I got her losing in the last two rounds pretty clear, and VIIXEN won 2-1 clear. So VIIXEN has won that battle. She got the rock battle. I mean, not the rock, the Rum Nitty battle that was kind of close and debatable, and she got the official battle. So she's had a pretty good bounce back year. I don't know who's gonna win WOTY. I know 40 was trying to go for WOTY from what I heard from people that's close to her. Like, she was gonna go on this WOTY run, book all these battles, but she has Swamp coming up, another battle where she's gonna be the underdog. But it don't really matter if you can book every person in the world. If you ain't winning battles, nobody gives a fuck. You done lost to Sharon, you done lost to VIIXEN, clear, and you done lost to you lost to Av. So I mean, yeah, you might have beat Twerk, but that's like all you done. You know what I'm saying? First Lady Flames and Twerk. That's been your year so far in terms of wins. So I think she's out of the WOTY race in my personal opinion as far as winning. I don't know who's gonna win. I think there may be another big female battle before the end of the year, either on URL or on K-Shine's card. So I think there's a lot more to kind of figure that out. But that's pretty much the card, man. So salute to Hollow the Don on the bounce back. Salute to VIIXEN for winning. 40, you still stumbling. You got to get that shit in order. You ain't gonna never really be the GOAT you need to be if you can't get through your material. So I mean, this is still a big issue with you. That's why you gotta fuck with people like Couture and Jazz, bro. That's why they my favorite female battlers, because they take this shit serious and they do not be fucking up their rounds and choking. But Mike P and BankHead was good. I'm trying to think. Let me go to this pay-per-view. Let me just make sure real quick. Yeah, they had JC battle, Rum Nitty battle. I ain't seen them battles yet. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody. Chris Unbiased, holla at your boy.